10 surprising facts you didn't know about your breast. Let's get honest today. We're going to have a conversation about a part of your body that has been with you since the day you were born, that has gone through change after change with you, and yet, most women barely understand it. I'm talking about your breasts. Now, before you shrink in your seat or laugh this off, pause for a second. Think about how much of your identity, your confidence, your femininity, and even your health is tied to your chest. From puberty, you were aware of them. The world made you aware of them. You compared them, you worried about them, you tried to dress around them, you judged them. They've been the subject of your insecurities, and at the same time, they've been a source of pride, intimacy, and connection. But here's the problem. No one ever sat you down and told you the real truth about your breasts. You learned from whispers in locker rooms, from glossy magazine covers, from media that photoshops perfection, and from a culture that never once said, "Hey, your breasts are normal. They're supposed to look like that. They're supposed to feel like that. They're supposed to change." So today, let me give you something better. Let's go through 10 surprising facts you didn't know about your breast. And as we go, I want you to notice not just the science, but the mindset shift that happens when you finally understand the truth. 1. No two breasts are ever perfectly symmetrical. Every single woman has asymmetry. One breast is almost always slightly larger, higher, or shaped differently than the other. That's biology, not imperfection. Yet what do? We look in the mirror, notice the difference, and judge ourselves. We tell ourselves, this side doesn't look right. We compare to an image in our head of perfect breasts. But perfection doesn't exist. Not in nature. Not in the human body. Your eyes aren't identical. Your hands aren't the same size. Your feet don't match perfectly. Breasts are no different. The more you accept this, the more you release the pressure of measuring yourself against something fake. You can't be wrong when asymmetry is universal. You can only be real. 2. Your breasts are constantly changing. We think of breasts as fixed, but they're not. They are always shifting, influenced by hormones, diet, hydration, stress, age, and your cycle. Before your period, they may swell, feel heavier, or become tender. After, they might soften. Pregnancy transforms them. Menopause reshapes them. Even daily fluctuations are common. So when you look in the mirror and think, why do they feel different this week? That's not failure. That's biology doing what it's supposed to do. The real lesson: stop expecting permanence. Start embracing the natural rhythm of your body. You are dynamic, alive, responsive. 3. They can weigh more than you think. Your breasts aren't just there. They carry weight. For some women, that's a pound. For others, it's 4 pounds or more. Imagine walking around with a small dumbbell strapped to your chest all day. That weight affects your spine, your shoulders, your posture. It can cause backaches, headaches, tension you don't even realize is connected. Understanding this changes how you treat your body. It makes posture matter. It makes supportive clothing a health choice, not vanity. It makes exercise, core and back strengthening, necessary self-care. When you realize the physical burden you carry every day, you stop dismissing your own discomfort and start supporting yourself. 4. Breast tissue isn't just in your chest. Most people think breasts are just what fills your bra cup. Wrong. Breast tissue extends up toward your collarbone, across the middle of your chest, and even into your armpits. That's why a proper self-exam isn't just a quick squeeze in front of the mirror. It's a full check of the entire chest area. Why does this matter? Because awareness saves lives. You need to know you're normal. Not the normal you see on someone else. You're normal. That way, when something feels different, you notice. This isn't paranoia, it's empowerment. 5. They respond to more than just touch. Your breasts are wired into your nervous system. Yes, they respond to physical touch, but they also respond to emotions, stress, temperature, and even thoughts. Ever notice how they feel fuller or heavier when you're ovulating? Or how stress can make them tender? That's your body talking to you. The point isn't just science, it's connection. Your breasts are not isolated. They're part of your whole system. When you feel, your body feels. When you ignore stress, your body still responds. Which means self-care isn't optional, it's the foundation for balance. 6. Exercise doesn't change their shape. You can strengthen the muscles beneath your breasts, but the breasts themselves, made of fat, ducts, and glands, don't tone like a bicep. That means no number of push-ups will reshape them. They will always respond more to genetics, hormones, and age than to exercise. Why does this matter? Because too many women punish themselves in the gym chasing impossible results. Exercise for strength, exercise for energy, exercise for posture. But don't exercise hoping to change your breasts. That's a battle against biology. 7. Breasts are as unique as fingerprints. No two women in the world have identical breasts. Not in size, not in shape, not in color, not in nipple placement. Even identical twins don't. That means the whole idea of comparing yours to someone else's is nonsense. Your breasts are literally one of a kind. There will never be another pair like yours on this planet. When you understand that, comparison loses power. There is no should. There is only what you have, and that uniqueness is extraordinary. 8. The left breast is usually bigger. This one surprises almost everyone. The left breast is usually slightly larger. No one fully knows why, but it's incredibly common. And yet, how many women stand in front of the mirror panicking, why doesn't this side match the other? What you thought was a flaw is actually normal. Once you realize that, the shame you've been carrying for years dissolves. Suddenly, you don't feel like the odd one out, you realize you're part of the majorities. 9. They can leak fluid, even if you're not pregnant. Yes, it happens. Sometimes due to hormones, sometimes medications, sometimes stimulation. Most of the time, it's harmless. But the important lesson here isn't just biology, it's awareness. When something happens in your body that you weren't taught about, your instinct is fear. You think, what's wrong with me? But when you're informed, you shift from fear to curiosity. You stop shaming yourself and start listening to your body. And when you notice something truly different, you don't ignore it, you seek help. That shift in mindset is life-saving. 10. Breasts carry emotional meaning. Here's the deepest truth. Breasts aren't just tissue. They carry emotional weight. They're tied to identity, confidence, sexuality, intimacy, nurturing. They shape how you see yourself, how you present yourself, how you enter a room. That's why learning to embrace your breasts matters. Because when you accept them, you're not just accepting your chest, you're accepting yourself. You stop walking in shame. You stop hiding. You start standing taller. You begin to own who you are, fully and unapologetically.